@gmail.com.
Attention all bakers, doubles vendors and roti makers. Try our high-quality bromate-free, all-purpose and whole wheat flour. Low price and conveniently packaged in 2 pounds, 2 kg, 10 kg and 25 kg bags. For wholesale and retail prices, contact Shiklisho Limited at 665-3336 or 480-8715 or visit us at Warrenville, Canoopia. Shiklisho Limited, quality you can trust.
For the everyday lowest prices on all grocery items, trust Low Cost Supermarket for the widest variety of quality products at low prices. Freshly picked fruits and vegetables, healthy products for your well-being, high quality meat cuts, and a warm and friendly service. Low Cost Supermarket, Sun and Main Road, Canoopia.
Welcome to the home of Pure Oxygen Spring Water. A breathtaking 1,000 feet above sea level, where the elements collide. In an area of outstanding natural beauty. This land, our land, embodies nature, and our methods respect it. We use clean energy, solar, hydro, wind, to bring you the cleanest water. Every drop, sustainably sourced from pristine Cornish farmland. From the raw beauty of rainfall to our state-of-the-art bottling facility, situated on an ancient underground lake. We're reminded of the timeless power of pure water. But it doesn't stop here. The secret of cure lies in the pure oxygen we so carefully infuse. To breathe life into every bottle of pure water, without chemicals or additives. Cure pushes the boundaries of what water can do, uniting life's most essential ingredients: water and oxygen. The next generation of hydration. Pure Oxygen, nature's ultimate water.
Assalamu alaikum and good evening, and of course I said appreciated there, and I'm wondering if that came over live, and if it did, it's my fault. Pleasure being in your company. I am all alone tonight, simply because the wife is doing some run-ins for our day on Saturday. That's the day dedicated to the children with disabilities. So she's doing some run-in tonight, and of course she leads the ladies' organization for the Lime. So unfortunately, what happened is that the women were not assembling tonight. So the men are also on a break. So tonight, I'm in the studio by myself. It feels a bit strange, though, not seeing Moody and Patus and Caliph and Jawad and those guys and Kayam sit down there. So I will have to talk to myself and just pretend. So I guess I will have to communicate with the studio. Pleasure being in your company again. Of course, this is Breaking Barriers. And of course, you know, I just want to tell you that, I now remember that something, yeah, here we go. Right. Right, here we go. Let me just get this done and over with. Right. Saif, I'm now sending you something there. You can just, when I tell you, go ahead, put it up here, put it up for me now. Right. Yeah, let me just welcome Tal Expression to this segment. Of course, when there, we're doing some stuff at Baraka Grounds with our kitchen area, preparing for the Ramadan. And of course, I wanted to tile the counters and etc. So I went down there and I got handled very well. Of course, I would like to say again a special thank you to all the people in Tile Expression for the exceptional service that they continue to provide. And what happens is that for those of you who have a need and are thirsting for good quality tiles, porcelain and ceramic, all you have to do, or otherwise countertops, etc., give them a call. The number is right on the screen, 693-0015 and 223-TILE. Let me know when you're ready, Saif, so I could do what is necessary, because right, good. You see this lady that's given me real trouble in Tile Expression. This one here, that is Tanti Shelley, right? Of course, this is one of the there's the owner's daughter there, right? So what happened is that excellent service as usual. Thank you very much, Shelley. And what happened is that she and Daisy had it say, come back to me. Shelley didn't pose or anything, you know. Shelley see me with the camera, and she just feel like I can't take it up with here. And what is that? Well, I'm going to tell you, some people, there's naturally pose. And in Trinidad and Tobago, we hope and pray that we can naturally dispose, but we still have them in Parliament. All right, so first things first, I just want to offer condolences to the Hussein family, originally from Bamboo number 2. None of them reside in Bamboo number 2 again, on the passing of their brother, their father, their uncle, Farid Hussein. Now, as we say in the Muslim community, Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi rajiun. Verily from God we came, and to him is our eventual return. And, you know, one of the things I just want to reminisce a little bit about here, before I start off with the natural progression of the program, is that I remember, and speaking about Farid Hussein here, we all grew up, and he was maybe about 5 years older than myself. So I grew up with him, I grew up with Zaid, I grew up with Azam. But Azam and I were very close, because we used to go to the Kirab Mosque together, and we used to sit down next to one another, and we used to always talk stupidness. And Azam passed away a few years as well. And what happened is that one of the things that I could say about this family from the years that I've known them, I grew up watching this family transport goods, and it's the family that does the Happy products. And they had these Volkswagen, and they used to do wholesale. And the Volkswagen tires in the back used to bend like this. And they used to be transporting goods with Mazum and Faisal and all of them. And, you know, when you look at where they came from to where, you know, they are now with the Happy brand, you know, the family dedicated so much effort to building the brand, and this is why the brand is so successful. And it's only because of people like Farid and all of them that came together. And of course, Farid and others, you know, they took a little retirement later on, but Farid did a lot in his area, especially with the Tagarigua Mosque. So, you know, I would really like to, you know, tell the family the only reason all of us came, most of my brothers were there at the funeral. We almost had an assembly of 10. Right? We had an assembly of 7 instead. And what happened is that when we were there, they were shocked that we came, that all of us came. But you see, this is how we grew up in Bamboo in that time. You know, where you look at people who grew up with you, whether it is, you know, good or bad, you can't turn your back. And for me, watching someone like Farid, whom I grew up with, and I knew his wife, Rosanna, I could tell you that these people were well-respected people, and may God bless him and, you know, forgive him for any shortcomings he has, etc. All right, so let me just welcome Neil Shaw's Auto Parts to this segment. And, of course, Neil Shaw's is where you get all your parts of BMW, Mercedes-Benz, Jaguar, Volvo, you name it. They could get the part for you, whether it is original, replacement, engine, transmission, across the board. Give them a buzz. All right, so let's get the ball rolling. Let me just remind you that this Saturday, it's our fun day. Now, it's the first time I'm doing this, and I hope I know what I'm doing. I hope I know what I'm doing, right? It's Saturday the 11th, that's this Saturday, where we plan to have loads of stuff for the kids to do, and of course for those children who could swim, the pool will be accessible to as well. Of course, we ask you to conform with the dress code, etc., if using the pool. Not only that, I need 1 or 2 persons who could swim, who have lifeguard skills to be on duty as well. Also, for those of you who'd like to come down there and help us work with these children, we have absolutely no problem with that. Because like I said, it's the first time we're doing something like this. And, you know, we know that there will be shortcomings. This is a learning experience for us. But I think it's about time that somebody did it. Because quite frankly, these children deserve this and more. And for those of you who'd like to volunteer, my number is on the screen, 6844762. Every day we are spending money on stuff that we are adding to it. So for those of you who'd like to also donate stuff or donate cash or kind so that we could make this an even bigger and grander event, you can contact me, 6844762. And of course, it's this Saturday, and it's a day dedicated to children with disabilities. And then also don't forget, our Ramadan Expo takes place next week, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So for those of you who have not booked as yet, do so now. You have until Friday, Saturday latest to book your tent, because we need to go and organize and get all the tent setting put in place. So remember, it's this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It's next week, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, sorry. Make sure and book your tent now. All right, so let's get the ball rolling. Let's, you know, out of all the pictures for me to see, to upset me, is this man's face, boy. I don't know which one looking worse, the one to the left or the one to the right. Right, yeah, the one to the left definitely looking worse. I don't know, nah? Yeah, come back to me, guy. There's my brother Nazim, of course, playing the fool in the UK. Let's hit the slides. According to Paula May Weeks, first female president of Trinidad and Tobago, be a light, get to work on time, and actually do some work while you're there. Now, I'm seeing this in quotes. I don't know if this is factually something that she said or if this is satire. I don't know. But if Paula May Weeks did say that, and could we get a repeat of that, please? Right? Be a light, go to work on time, and actually do some work. Madam, with all due respect, if this is attributed to you, I can tell you that you were very absent, that you were not present when it came to most of the issues in Trinidad and Tobago. You were very present when it came to Gary Griffith and the merit list, right? But other than that, you were very absent. So, sorry, quote something else. Let's go again, guys. 200 million allegedly in road repairs in new road company gone poof. No surveys and assessments on road repaired. Now hear this, only remember, let me take all the back a little bit. What happened is that, remember they said that there's going to be this new road company under Forest, and this new road company is going to oversee a set of roads throughout Trinidad and Tobago. Well, here the hardest, man. The work that is being done all over Trinidad and Tobago, in not all the cases, most of the cases, engineers are not approving the work and measurements are not being done. Meaning that if a contractor is being given the work to pave 50 feet of road and he pays 45, apparently no one is checking and verifying what was done. Nobody is checking the measurements as well in terms of the thickness of the asphalt. The asphalt in some cases, I was told, is 2 inches. All you hear me? What we were told is that the asphalt in some cases were 2 inches, and in some cases it dipped down to 1.5 inches and back up again. Now, in Trinidad, we have a habit of hiring contractors to do rubbish, but we continue to go down a road where money is just being wasted left, right, and center, and no one is being held accountable. In 2015, Keith Rowley promised, right, with his scarf and all, that he will deal with corruption. Keith Rowley promised that the contractors under Kamala will not see daylight in a PNM government. They will get no contracts. They will be dealt with. They will be investigated. Go back into the archives and you will see and hear the names of the contractors. Ask yourself, where are those contractors at present? And why it is the big name contractors who have all the equipment being sidelined, and contractors who now have to go and buy equipment being given the work. More coming soon. Because let me tell you something. I showed it last week, and I spoke about it, that many of the rivers in Trinidad and Tobago are not actually being dredged. It's just being cleaned on the side. The grass is being combed with the teeth of the bucket, and that is it. Not much slush and debris is being taken out, and we are being fooled, we are being hoodwinked, we are being defrauded big time. So we have been talking with a specialist drainage engineer out of Holland, and I'm trying to get him to come down into Trinidad so that he could review the work that was done in the last few months. But not only that, through the Freedom of Information Act, we are going to get a breakdown of all the river courses and all the drains that were cleaned and the amount of money spent, and we're going to run through every single one and show you what was done and how it was done. It's about time accountability starts to take a place in this place called Trinidad and Tobago. Let me just welcome our good friends RPM Express, and just a reminder that if you are currently using any other courier company, then if you have pressure, don't blame nobody but yourself. If you're waiting 3 weeks to get packages, don't blame nobody but yourself. If you bring down something that value $5 and you get charged $1,000, don't blame nobody but yourself. Call RPM Express, or you could visit them online, rpmexpresscouriers.com, and sign up for free. I have been with them over a year now, and I'm good to go. No problems at all. Absolutely none. Excellent service from Christian and the crew. So remember, it's RPM Express, all right? Let's go again. This is what I was talking about. Some places where they pave the road, you're getting 2 inches of asphalt. 2 inches. And no one is checking this. Absolutely no one. All you feel it easy. Let's go again, guys. Take a look at this. And guys, I have a slide with a pump, right? So you'll show that afterwards. So take a look at this TV6 report.
Siltation and river embankment works at the Kapara River on Saturday, one of the many projects meant to prevent flooding during the rainy season. TV6 News sought an update from Works and Transport Minister Rohan Sinanan about the flood control pumps that had been vandalized. What is the state now of those pumps?
Well, I mean, the last rainy season, we were very fortunate that all pump sites were up and running. Because what we do, we bring in temporary pumps to those pump sites that have been vandalized and so.
Wait. Did I hear Rohan Sinanan say that during the last rainy season, all pumps were operational? Rohan, you lie. You lie. You lie. Because in Bamboo number 2, we had a pump, a backup pump that somebody was collecting money for. The pump turned over and was dead in the water. Not only that, the other pump that only had conked out because it's idiots who arranged to install those pumps on them, because the pumps were installed too low. So you're talking dotishness. Let's go back to Mr. Lai.
The flood control pumps that had been vandalized. What is the state now of those pumps?
Well, I mean, the last rainy season, we were very fortunate that all pump sites were up and running. Because what we do, we bring in temporary pumps to those pump sites that have been vandalized and so. Take, for instance, South Key in Port of Spain. We had a brand new pump there, state-of-the-art. I mean, that was something we were very proud of. Within a year and a half, it was vandalized. I just got a quote to replace it, close to $4 million. We have no choice. We have to replace it.
The South Key site is a vital part of the flood defense of the capital city, Port of Spain.
What we had to do for the rainy season, we brought in 2 temporary pumps and we left them on site with 24-hour security. But we have to...
This is where we reach. But what he has to do, because we are getting a breakdown as well, Rohan needs to tell us all the people they are getting the pumps from. And who are these fellas? And if some of these fellas who are providing the pumps were the same people that Rowley mentioned in the 2015 election as crooked contractors. That's number one. Number two, he said that it would cost $4 million to replace that pump. $4 million. As far as I am aware, the pump is a 12-inch pump, meaning that the outlet is 12 inches. Now, it could be up to 18 inches. So, and also you're looking at the, what you call the gallons per minute and all that drama. Now, I did a search on a similar pump to what we have, right? Now, there are differences with this one, but let's take a look at the pump that I checked out, right? Oh, no pump slide? Okay, there was supposed to be a pump slide. I humbly apologize if it's not there. Like I sent it to the wrong address. Let me check that now. Ugh. That's right, guys. Let me see if I can locate that. Right. So what happens that, here we go. Right. Okay, no. Oh yeah, it was sent to you guys. BB839. BB839. Yes, that's the pump. Right. Yeah. Right. So this pump comes complete with a 6-wheel trailer. It comes enclosed. It comes with a Caterpillar 15C engine, which is a massive engine, right? Actually, my calculation there is wrong, because I put landed engine at 1.5 million US. That is incorrect. It's supposed to be 1.5 million TT. Not US. So that is my calculation that is wrong there. So this pump with the enclosure, with the trailer, costing 1.5 million TT. Without the trailer and without the enclosure, it's costing $1.2 million. And that includes freight and duties. Where the hell Rohan Sinanan getting $4 million from? I challenge the minister that I will bring down a pump equivalent to the one that they lost. In fact, here what's happening. I will get one that as soon as it smells flooding, I'll put on. But you see, again, nobody don't question some of the figures this man is quote, you know. This man is just pull figures. He know the cost of everything. It have nothing he don't know the cost of. But when you look at this pump that I just showed you there, this pump is state-of-the-art Caterpillar engine. You can't get better than that. It comes with the sound enclosure. It comes with the trailer. A six-wheel trailer. In Trinidad, they had to put this on the back of a Hiab, and the Hiab had to tote it down the road, and then they had to wait. And by the way, pull back that one more time. This is a dry prime pump. Up to 28 feet, the neck could go down and actually pull water up to 28 feet, meaning that that pipe could go down 28 feet and then meet water, and it will dry prime, meaning that you don't need water to prime it. In Trinidad, some of them pump them that the ministry have, you have to use bucket and full it. All you feel is joke? Dotation sweeters tolerate here. Let's go again, guys. Sinanan, to those on the riverbed, your days are numbered. Well, I could tell you, and I'll requote, in Bamboo here, in Bamboo, I'll call it by name. You go down Nabi Street. At the end of Nabi Street, it have a whole village living on top of the riverbank. It had one person whose house burned down, and funding was arranged to build back his house on the riverbank. That is number one. I'm calling the shots as it is. Number two, some idiot decided to put a wall on the riverbank on Mohan Street. On Mohan Street. Number three, go straight down Jaffer Street. It have cornhole you and the whole family. Now hear this, eh? I want a little listen to me carefully. When you go down Jaffer Street and you look to the left, a man put a gate on the reserve by the riverbank. Yes, a gate. And when you turn right, it have a driveway right next to the riverbank, and it have a gate. And the woman come to me the other day. She said, Inshan, I know your property not too far away, right there, but I'm going to sell you a piece of land so that you can access your property from the back. Well, I want to know where this old con artist crook come from. You want to sell me piece of the riverbank, the reserve, so I can access the back of the property? Where all of this come from? All no matter what? The ministry needs to step in and remove wall, remove gate, because it reached a point now where, you know what? People do not, they cannot continue to do what they're doing, especially along the riverbanks. I live here in Bamboo, and it's not like you're selling them out, you know. It's just that I'm fed up dealing with dotish people. Take, for example, when you go down further down the road by Hussein Circular, right? Man build warehouse on the riverbank and then put a drain next to it. Nobody had touched, nobody had do nothing. And then the next one down the road interfere with the riverbank as well. The ministry needs to step in, and let me repeat again. We have one of the engineers living in Bamboo. I know him very well. His name is Ismail Baksh. Very respectable young man. But he has been living here and he knows what is going on here. And what happened is that as a practicing Muslim, Ismail, you need to get off your bam and go and deal with these issues now. Because at the end of the day, working in the ministry, you cannot get like the rest of them and sit down and just collect money. That is not something your father taught you, and it's not something I'm sure you are going to do. But it's about time that these people in the back road get noticed, the people in the side road get noticed, and the people by Hussein Circular get noticed. Because anytime anything happen again, all you don't tell me no excavator can reach on the bank, you know. Them dotish days done. Let's go again, guys. The National Traffic Management Center is expected to get over 100 cameras to monitor and manage traffic on the nation's road as the Ministry of Works and Transport and other agencies meet in a week to discuss radio frequency ID for license plates. We had over 1,000 cameras for the Ministry of National Security to monitor this country so that bandits and old crook don't take advantage of this whole situation where you end up having people going down the road and nothing is being monitored. Over, I believe it was 300 plus or 700 plus cameras were not working. And up to now, a large percentage of them still not working. But we're going to install cameras, millions of dollars for somebody again, so that we could watch traffic, so that we could stand up and watch traffic. All you feel we joke dotish in this country? All you feel that we joke stupid? Anyway, let me just welcome Cure to this segment. And remember, for a limited special time, right, you can get a case of Cure for $129.50. I repeat, and that is a limited time only. You see the numbers on your screen. Call them now and they will deliver free. For those of you who have psoriasis, it works once you keep drinking this day and evening and you add in that oxygen into your system, you will notice that the psoriasis will go away. For those of you who have skin problems where your skin is scratching, etc., not only from psoriasis, from eczema, try using Cure. But not only that, for those of you who have joint problem, don't tell me you used to smoke ganja and you stop smoking, that the joint problem you have. For those of you who have joint problems, it works for you as well. For those of you who are in the gym and you get winded, for those of you who had COVID and you need to recover because your lungs is what is get hit first during COVID, right? This is a tool to repair. Look the number on the screen, call them now, and they will organize and do delivery. 375-1100-299-6263, and tell them you heard it right on the program. Of course, delivery is absolutely free. All right, so let's go again, guys. This is Claude Noel. Now, I want you to look carefully at this man. All you remember Claude? They even named a highway in Tobago after Claude Noel. Imagine a video was put out where this man was on the ground crawling because he doesn't have a prosthetic leg. And here happening, the ministry was not aware of his need for a prosthetic leg following the amputation of his right leg. They said they would collaborate with the Ministry of Health to ensure this matter is expedited to provide the prosthetic leg to Noel. Additionally, through the Division of Aging, I never know in my over 50 years that I know it have a Division of Aging in this country. How many of you knew that in this country we had a Division of Aging? Never before. But I sure is millions of dollars passing through there. Let's go back to that, guys. Right? A visit has been organized with the Home for Older Persons located in Tacarigua to verify that Noel is in fact staying there so that an assessment of his living conditions can be conducted. The ministry will also, through its National Family Services Division, assess the needs of Noel. Now, you know what is the hardest, right? All that being done all of a sudden, a big rush, a big brouhaha to get this done now because they post it up and it's embarrassing them now. But it have thousands of people who may not be as well known as Claude Noel, who may not have won any awards anything like Claude Noel, who do not have a highway name after them. But you know what they have that is just as important? They are a citizen of Trinidad, and they have been waiting 3-4 years for a prosthetic leg, for a prosthetic arm. And they are like old dog. The ministry still have them waiting. I'll let her go and run and win some award, and maybe it is, I might get some importance, but the fact is that look how they're treating Claude. Poor man. Don't worry yourself, boy. Don't worry yourself. Time longer than twine. Let's go again, guys. Imagine this is the line for transfer by the Atobolan Stadium. Imagine that. Sunil Bangwadas posted this up, right? So imagine, look at this line now, man. By Atobolan Stadium, you know. All you're seeing this? This is craziness. When this going, and I tell you, Trinidadians, we like dotishness. We tolerate this dotishness. This is the kind of madness that we allow. That whole line bend in a corner down the road there, and we will go and we will sit down there and take pressure. So stupid we are. Let's go again, guys. Next slide. 1 month after she gave birth to her youngest son, a mother of 3 was shot dead outside her home. Now, for me, there are a lot of allegations pertaining to the sister and the lifestyle they live, etc. I don't want to get into that. But what I want is to watch the anguish on the sister's face, right? That is not something that you can easily wipe off. And I don't care what background you're in. But here what's happening now. Man could just go and wipe you out, and I'm not saying relative to this. Come back to me, guys. I'm talking general here now. You could be involved in anything, and a man could go and take you down. You owe a man $50 for shoes. You know, you buy from him and you owe him some money. He could put on a walk, and nobody ain't catching him. Because in Trinidad, that is not important. In Trinidad, that is slight thing. You know, somebody dead is, because we over 115 now, 115, and we now start March, 115 here. So look out, we might be hitting 150 before the end of March. Let's go to the other slide, guys. Ah, boy. You see, when I tell a little Trinidad and Tobago like making the news, we love making the news, you know. General cargo ship intercepted in the Atlantic. Search underway. Now it's showing you the ship, where it come from, where it headed, and check the ship now, man. That ship should be sunk, because look at the condition of that thing. You're looking at that and you could get tetanus, much less if you go on that. But man, here happening, that ship, I really don't know how come that thing still function. But come back to this slide. Go back to this slide. I want to read the contents. Let's pull to the left. Right. General cargo ship Singapore Spirit was intercepted by Portugal Navy and Maritime Police on March 4th and brought to Lisbon. She was berthed on March 5th, and in the evening same day, police team launched a thorough search of the ship. According to the police intel, Singapore Spirit is having on board a large amount of contraband cocaine, probably originated in Trinidad and Tobago. We are the largest manufacturer of cocaine in the Caribbean, apparently. What a thing. Let's go again, guys. Trinidad and Tobago and IDB signed US $80 million loan to address water services. Billions of dollars under this administration going into WASA. Billions of dollars going into improving the water supply. Since the 1960s, the PNM promised to deal with water. And of course, we at the ground still being discriminated because we have Ramadan coming up. So we got to buy water, right? Because you see, we are like dog. So everybody else can get 3 and 4 inch connection, but the Muslim community is like rotten old dog in the area. We had to pay WASA to run a line for us to get a service. You understand? But like I said before, if it was anybody else, all of a sudden, water line run. But don't worry, time longer than twine, time longer than twine. And for the fellas and them who there now, okay, yeah, this is on the wrong side. And the people who are there now in WASA and who sell their soul for the PNM, but all should hang on their head in shame. All should hang on their head in shame. I want to mention names, but I'll hold back. All right, let me just welcome our good friends Homart here. And Homart is going to give you some big deals on SPC flooring. You see, you know what I'm talking about it? You could get 100 square feet, which is 5.5 boxes for $19.99. You could do a 10 by 12 room for $23.99. This thing cheaper than carpet now. In fact, if you buy some of them paint and them with the epoxy, this is cheaper than that too. So remember, you could give them a check with their SPC Florence, Homart True Value. Give them a buzz. They're right in. Let's go to 638-3722. All right, so let's go again, guys. More people qualify to suck our blood in Trinidad and Tobago. The additional categories eligible for a CSME skills certificate are as follows: non-graduate nurses, non-graduate teachers, artisans with a Caribbean vocational qualification, holders of associate degrees or a comparable qualification and household, domestics. Imagine that. We have a shortage of domestic in this country. Agricultural workers and security guards. So, and even barbers too, eh? Come back to me. So let me ask a stupid question here now, right? Because we are watching what's going on all over the world. We are watching how people are limiting Tom, Dick, and Harry from coming into the country, because you have citizens of this country who floating at the mouth, who can't get a work and catching in. It have women, if they get a domestic job, they will take it, because to feed their children, there's no shame in that. There's absolutely no shame in that. But you see, in Trinidad and Tobago, we open up the doors. But what does happen is when we open up the doors too, we just open up the doors for voting as well too. Because Eric Williams and the PNM did that well, and they did it in the past, and in fact they perfected it. So what is happening with this whole CSME and all the other arrangements is that watch how much people will come from abroad, like it in Trinidad, because here what happening, people who live in another country come in here to stay, you know. They come in here to work only, you know. I heard many Venezuelans say that here what happening, they're not going back, they stay in here. Even if Venezuelans get better, they stay in here because they like Trinidad and Tobago. But what they like in Trinidad and Tobago is the carnival, because plenty rum, and plenty wine, and that is what many of them like. So watch out, right? A barber from another country is going to come and cut your hair, because in Trinidad, we don't have enough barber. In Trinidad, we don't have enough domestic workers. In Trinidad, we don't have enough for anything. That is why we had to start importing now. Let's go again, guys. You see, hold that right there for my fellas, right? National Security Minister Fitzgerald Hines says he's confident Commissioner of Police Earl Haywood Christopher can and will deliver on a promise to get murders down by mid-year in the short term and overall crime by the end of the year as the long-term goal. Speaking with reporters at the maximum security prison, Golden Grove, Hines also said it was not sensible for the public to use the murder toll to measure success in crime fighting. Now, here I say, he is saying, right, the wet man himself, Fitzgerald Hines, is saying that you do not use the murder toll to measure success in terms of crime fighting. Okay, so what you use? The amount of cornflakes in the supermarket? Nobody measures the preventative aspect of police work. So while you have X amount of murders for a day, a month, a year, nobody takes any time, and I understand that, to determine how much the police presence prevented. It could have been quite worse. Under you, brother man, I am surprised it is 100 times worse, because you are the worst Minister of National Security that this country has ever seen, bar none. So this man is saying here that here what's happening. We need to thank the police, and I believe that Earl is a serious woman. She's a straightforward woman, and I believe that she has the support of the vast majority. But there are some, the crooked, the conmen, the haters, who don't like the idea of a woman is in charge of them. You know, some of these officers like the little machismo thing. So that is the problem in the police service right now. In police headquarters, you have big senior men who do not respect her as the commissioner. But coming back to my boy here, my boy Hines, he's saying that we need to measure something we cannot see. He's saying what they prevented. Our detection rate is so abysmal. Why Hines don't give us the figures as to how much murders the police prevented? I would like to see how that is done. I would like to see those figures, because quite frankly, I am excited to see those figures, because it makes absolutely no sense. Because all over the world, the success of a low murder rate is a determining factor into how well your police service is performing or not performing. So I don't know where he went, if he went in Guam, where he went in Kong City, or wherever the hell he went, and come back with this dirty story now that here what's happening. We need to work out how much the police prevented, not how much happened. And that makes sense. All right, so you're watching Breaking Barriers right here on IBN Channel 8. This program is brought to you every single Wednesday from 8 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. I'm your host, Inshan Ishmael. And of course, this segment was brought to you courtesy of our good friends of True Value Home Mart. And of course, you could give them a call and check them out tomorrow. And take a look at some of the specials on S.P.C. flooring. All right, so we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll continue right here on Breaking Barriers. We'll be back.
No more games. You always break the table when you lose. Promise? 4110 Jigsaw. Watch it. Don't you dare. Ronix.
Welcome to the home of Pure Oxygen Spring Water. A breathtaking 1,000 feet above sea level, where the elements collide. In an area of outstanding natural beauty. This land, our land, embodies nature, and our methods respect it. We use clean energy, solar, hydro, wind, to bring you the cleanest water. Every drop, sustainably sourced from pristine Cornish farmland. From the raw beauty of rainfall to our state-of-the-art bottling facility. Situated on an ancient underground lake, we're reminded of the timeless power of pure water. But it doesn't stop here. The secret of cure lies in the pure oxygen we so carefully infuse. To breathe life into every bottle of pure water, without chemicals or additives. Cure pushes the boundaries of what water can do, uniting life's most essential ingredients: water and oxygen. The next generation of hydration. Pure oxygen, nature's ultimate water.
Mitsu Air Limited, authorized Mitsubishi air conditioning dealer. No need to replace your air conditioning units ever so often. Split units, cassette, ductable, CTVIF systems, and much more. Mitsubishi Electric has long been powering industries and providing solutions for healthy living. Mitsu Air Limited boasts the industry's first 10-year warranty on all parts and labor. Inverter units are also available. Don't hear it, just feel it. Mitsu Air Limited, 246 Eastern Main Road, Barataria. Give us a call at 674-4000 or 675-4000 or email us at mitsu.limited@gmail.com.
Right, and I'm now reading something here where, here we go. All right, Automax chrome and metal polish. Now, the good thing is that everybody, right, everybody have chrome somewhere. You have a chrome watch, you have chrome railing, you have chrome bumper. And what this does, it restores old rims like new, right? Now, I don't know if it does work on teeth, might be caustic, but what I'm saying, for those of you who have silver teeth, hold back, right? So what I'm saying is that for those of you who want your rim to shine like you now buy it, this is the product for you, right? Automax chrome and metal polish. You could give them a check, 658-4984, 321-5903, and of course it's Ali Motor Spares and Hardware, right? You can give them a check, or you can call them for wholesale inquiries. All right, so let's go to our next slide, guys. Chairman of the Housing Development Corporation, Noel Garcia, has confirmed that the remaining, now hear this carefully, the remaining legal tenants of apartments at Independence Square, Port of Spain, have been given a 1-week extension to finalize arrangements. So this man is admitting that they were illegal tenants, right? And here's what the H.D.C states. Now this is what I tell you. I just like when these things come up, because they show you in Trinidad and Tobago, we have a real animal farm in this country where some more equal than others. Because here what happening now, south of the Caroni Bridge, you ain't going to see this happening. Because you know why? All here is the wrong type. And I'm saying that bold because it is a fact. Take a look at this. Being cognizant that the residents do not have title to the housing units, none of the residents have title to the housing units. The residents do not have an agreement to remain in occupation of the housing unit. Imagine that, they have no agreement. The H.D.C was not required in law to relocate the residents to facilitate the demolition. So these people had nothing, right, in law to help them. But still, let's go down to the bottom. The H.D.C added that the sum of arrears for this housing development is $19,000. And by the way, that is a few years they pay. So imagine that, $100 a month, and all you're telling me that we should stay quiet in this place? My electricity bill in my house alone is over $3,500. the electricity bill. When I get, because I just had to pay for my wife phone, my daughter phone, my son phone, everybody phone in the house, we pay for that. So therefore, here what happening now. When you get your bill at the end of the month and then you have cable and all those bills, you're talking about over 10, 12,000 and then you're talking about food. Wait now, boy. I had to start getting a walk now, boy. This is where we are at. This is the madness that we face. Imagine some people could get away, and where in the world you could live in a city? Where in the world you could live? Do you think that you could go in Manhattan and the government will give you an apartment for $100 and you still with your low-down self choose not to pay rent? Because you see, that is what the PNM encourages. That is what the PNM allows. That is how the PNM gets their bank of support. People just wonder why it is PNM people, even though they are catching their nenen, even though they are catching their backsides, will still vote the PNM. This is the reason why. This is the reason why. Because under the PNM, you are getting a house for $100. And you don't have to pay the bloody rent, and nobody are doing you nothing. And then when they finish in your apartments now, you guarantee to get a place. While you and I walk with tail out, right? My brother was telling me that this land we had in Bamboo here, we used to live, my eldest brother and a few others, about 2 or 3 of them, they grew up in Waterloo. And my mother sold a bull, right? Sold a bull to purchase the land in Bamboo. So this is not no land that we come squatting here and pretending to live for that buck-teeth woman who does be on Facebook, right? Just letting you know that. That is a land that my mother buy, my family buy, and we work to build this, you understand? We did not decide to stay down and be dregs for the rest of our life. You understand? Let's go again, guys. No, that same slide, I want to deal with something on the bottom, right? The H.D.C will continue to ensure that the remaining tenants assume occupation of their relocated housing units. So you have no arrangement with them, but all you're making arrangements to relocate them, and of course they will probably be paying the same rent, which they don't pay. All you feel it easy in this place, boy? Let's go again, guys. Yeah. Go ahead. Piccadilly Street. Piccadilly Street. Most likely is a PNM supporter. Watch this, sir. Watch this. Old rat. You know, play back again. You know, that he should have tripped and that car should have run over his tail. Old crook. Watch this, man. Watch this. Broad daylight, you know. Grab the phone and go on. He should have slipped and fall on his buck teeth and dent up all his face. Watch this, man. I tell you, this is normal in Trinidad. Normal thing, everyday thing. I don't know now, boy. I really don't know when this nonsense would stop. Let's go again, guys. Imagine, right? The counter-trafficking unit in Trinidad and Tobago is saying that Central is the human trafficking biggest hotspot. While most migrants in the illicit human trafficking trade enter Trinidad and Tobago via plane through Piaco, well, you know where's the hardest one? Pull that back up for me now. This I tell you. While most migrants in the illicit human trafficking trade enter Trinidad and Tobago via plane. So they know that. And when you look at the abysmal amount of people, 16 people, thousands of people trafficked. But you see, let us take you back to the past. We had in Chaguanas a senior officer, a khaki-wearing officer, right, who was one of the persons controlling the Venezuelans. He was one of the persons involved in the trade. And it was confirmed that this man was one of the biggest Sawatis. But they ain't got touchy. Because you see in Trinidad, it have khaki wearing officers and others who are protected. For example, the police complaints authority under David West. A letter was sent to him, and right now he's sitting down marinating, doing nothing with that letter. An officer that was supposed to be charged, David West, is sitting on his ass and doing nothing. This was supposed to go to the DPP. What the hell is David West doing? And then they're telling me it's under investigation. Man, David West, give me a blasted break. Because at the end of the day, when you look at what is taking place in this country, especially where you have senior officers who are investigated and they should be charged, and they're roaming free and locking up innocent people. We're going to sit down and just say, well, that is nothing. That is all part of the life in Trinidad. No, sorry, not me. I ain't going down that road. Let's go again, guys. This, right, here we go. This was revealed by the Sunday Guardian by the counter-trafficking unit sources. But while Central was identified as the #1 hotspot, sources said there were large numbers of reports of trafficking in places like Port of Spain, Tobago, East Trinidad, namely Arima. And come back to me, guys. These fellas and them have all the information. And as I said before, trafficking is not something that you take lightly because people and their lives are affected drastically. Drastically. So therefore, here what happened. What we need are serious people to take control of these divisions, not a set of jokey people. Because a lot of the seniors who head some of these divisions, a lot of them are involved in the criminal activity themselves. They're the ones protecting the officers and the seniors and the juniors. Why do you think this thing continues unabated? Let's go again to the other slide, guys. I would like to compliment Astra. And the reason I would like to compliment Astra is based on this. You see, the head of the Anjuman Sunnatul Jamaat Association is pleading with the government to explore all avenues to expedite the repatriation of Trinidadian women and children who have been languishing in a camp in Syria. Right? And I would like to compliment them for this because a week ago I mentioned that here what's happening. We have Venezuelans in our country. We don't know their background at all. They could have slaughtered 1,000 persons and we have them living in our country. How many crimes have been committed by Venezuelans? How many crimes have been committed by foreigners? These are nationals of our country. These are people who have Trinidad and Tobago passports. And I want to say that the government is a bloody joke because you see again, these people have been given the label of terrorists. Now their husbands could go to hell, I don't care. Right? The people who take them there and send them there, I don't care. Or they could burn in hell, I don't care. But what I'm saying is that the women, because let us face facts. As men, we are married, we tell our women here happening, go, they go in. But the children who grew up innocently, not being a part and parcel of this whole thing, we should not have them languishing across there. Because in Trinidad, if we worried about criminal activity, we should worry about the government of Trinidad and Tobago because they're the biggest criminals we have. If we are worried about these people coming back and committing crime, there will be competition for the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service because that is the biggest competitor to criminals in this country. So for the sake of humanity, could the minister get off his backside and do something because this has been happening for over 3-4 years. And as I said before, I am praying for the day when all the organizations will get together and make a joint statement and a joint request. I will be there if it needs to be done, but it is not happening. I guess we're more concerned with things happening that doesn't concern us. Let's go again, guys. Off-duty officer nabs alleged kidnapper while shopping. I would like to compliment, you see this officer there? Zoom in so we can get a good picture of this officer. Imagine this officer was off-duty when she spotted somebody she knew was wanted. And the officer followed and made the calls and they arrested the person. You see, there are officers, and we live in villages where there are officers living in the village and they know the criminals and they don't do nothing. They live in next door to the piper, next door to the cocaine dealer, and they don't do nothing. This is an officer that decided off duty that she was going to continue to do what is necessary. And this is what policing is about. But you see, the majority of policing trying to go, when they clock out from being a police too. That is why they just misbehave on the outside. They just try to thief people land. They just cost people. They just do all kind of noticiousness. They just try to get away left, right, and center. But, what I'm going to tell you, such is life. Such is life. Let's go again, guys. CPEP fiasco. No audits completed at state companies since 2009. But you and I, our taxes have to be up to date. Our VAT have to be up to date. Everything have to be up to date. Everything. And by the way, at the end of the day, you know and I know, CPEP is a political tool for whoever in charge. Whichever government come in power, CPEP is used as a tool. But CPEP looking for employees. CPEP looking for employees, now they're hiring. CPEP need to hire from top to bottom. Because we have all seen, right, that CPEP, like I said, is a political tool. And it is used as a political tool. Hey, look, they need an attendant for their animal removal, boy. I better call Rowley and let him apply for that, boy. Maybe he might do that well. Let's go again, guys. Hey, let me just welcome Mitsubishi Electric, Mitsu Air Limited. Agents for Mitsubishi Electric, the #1 air conditioning system in Japan and other countries in Asia. In fact, in Australia, this is one of the most popular brands as well. And the reason it is one of the most popular brands, it is because you get 10 years warranty. Not 2 years, not 1 year, like them rubbish brand that some people be buying. This is 10 years warranty on parts and labor. Give them a call. If you're setting up a commercial complex, this is the unit to go with. If you're doing a residential home and you don't want somebody coming home by you every 2 weeks to fix a circuit board, to fix a blower, give them a call. Right? 674-4000 and 675-4000. Tell them you heard it right here on Breaking Barriers. Let's go again, guys. Let me just welcome Extra Care. And that's it. Slides. Done. Oh, yeah. Hey, look, Port of Spain, boy. Remember when they were trying to remove residents from the apartments in Port of Spain? This is what Port of Spain looked like. No one was arrested again. Because you see, once you are a PNM sycophant, you could do anything and get away with it. You could burn down the city and get away with it too. We have seen it time and time again. But if that were happening south of the Caroni Bridge, Rohan would come and tell you it costing 100,000 to repair. Because we know that is how the ball is rolled, correct? All right, so what we're going to do is that we're going to open up our phone lines. Remember, when you call in, turn on the volume on your television, please. And we're going to try and take as much calls as possible tonight on the issues that I have raised, as well as the issues outside of that. Let me just welcome Extra Care. And Extra Care, remember, their line of products, it's not only the products behind me. They have a huge range. In fact, I will go so far as to even break my English. They have a huger range. Yes, you heard me correct, huger. If my English teacher is watching this program, she must be holding her head and bawling right now. All right, so again, check them out at supermarkets, mini-marts, and if you own maybe a supermarket or somewhere you'd like to get onto them, just look online and search for Atlantic Trading. Let's go to our lines. Hello.
A very good evening and assalamu alaikum, Brother Inchan.
Good evening to you and wa alaikum assalam.
Well, Paula Weeks will be soon leaving office. And she will be hibernating full time now.
Yes.
And the hard part about it is that she will be collecting her pension.
Yes.
And her pension will be equivalent to the salary she's getting presently.
That's correct.
So happy hibernating, Paula. All the best.
Thank you so much. And the caller is absolutely right. Let's go again. Hello.
Yes. Good evening, Inshan.
Good evening.
Yes. In regards to the division of aging, that has been established in August 2003 under the Ministry of Social Development.
Never heard of them before.
Yes, so they also had established what they call some senior citizen centers in different areas. And the purpose was to help senior citizens with their health and so forth. So children could have dropped their parents, the aged parents, to these centers, go to work and pick them back up. You know, like a kind of a big baby center, if you may call it so.
Right,
yes,
but what locations are these centers in?
Well, I know of one center. It was in Maloney, but there were others. I don't know where they were located. And why I know for a fact is Maloney, because I used to go there and engage the seniors in little drama activities.
Okay. I didn't even know that. I never heard about it, but thank you for edifying me. Greatly appreciated. Thank you so much. And, you know, it should not, and I am not one of those who encourage people to take their parents to old people home. Right? Unless you are a single parent and you have nobody else to take care of your mother or father, then maybe you need to put them somewhere temporary, and yes, go back for them, please. But this thing about putting your parents in a home and leaving them there while you live your life, boy, here what happen? That is what you call a sour child. Let's go again. Hello? Hello?
Inshan, good night. How are you going?
Good night, my brother. Not too bad.
Right. So, Inshan, today in the Cartonfield district, there were some people going around snapping our homes, not only us alone, but the other residents, and claiming they are from the Ministry of Finance, and this is thing they snapping so they could see about the land survey business, the taxes, right? And which I find was weird, because how you could be going and snapping people houses just like that. So
all right, now first off, number one, there is no law in Trinidad and Tobago, there is no privacy law which prohibits that. I could come in front of your house and take a photo of your house, and there's nothing in law debarring me from doing that. Believe it or not. Once you're in the public space, I could do what I need. I cannot jump over your wall and do it. But from the outside, I could take a shot, and you cannot stop me, because in Trinidad and Tobago, like I said, there are no privacy laws.
Okay.
So what you could do is that to verify, and I'm saying this out for people who are outside there, to verify that these people are legit, anytime you see them come in the area, just send me a vehicle number, and I will get the number checked out immediately so that we could verify that the vehicle number and the vehicle matches up. So that is one way of knowing that the people are legit.
Yes. But Inshan, what about if them didn't jump over the wall and my dog jumped over the wall?
How about if...
Just action.
No, I ain't want you to go and get licks. You enjoy the rest of your life, partner. Do go and get yourself in trouble for nothing.
Same
right?
thing.
Right? Let them do what they have to do. They claim the X, Y, and Z. They subscribe ID. Don't go out and meet anybody. Stand up behind the gate. Make sure your gate is locked, because if your gate is open, they could just run in and grab you. So, or stay from upstairs and talk to them and take out your camera, because anytime you see a take out camera and go to record and they start to run, you know you're dealing with bandit. Run inside and lock yourself up. Call the police and take out the biggest gun you have in your house.
No, we have none yet.
All right, okay, well, take out the cannon then. All right then, all the best, take care. Let's go back to our lines again, and let me just welcome Rita to this segment. And of course, if you have not tried Rita, get a cool one. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Ismail speaking.
Yes, speaking.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
I see you mentioned about the Nelson Street with the fire, and also I see a clear throat. I said the smoke must be hamburger there. Why is you speaking now? I see a clear throat. So I said the smoke must
Yeah.
be
The smoke was.
Yeah, hamburger there. But what it is I want to say, to something others on my mind. When this Prime Minister take over the laptop, no, I just giving you, right? Take over the laptop, take away the food feeding program. We had the problem with the flour. So I come to the point, you know, we have a problem with the flour. So bam, he take over the laptop, and then he said, okay, the laptop too costly, right? And he said if he had to buy, he got, and if he didn't buy for certain people, some people could say he didn't buy for them. Understand what I'm saying? You know?
No, but okay. Hold on.
Okay, sorry.
Hold up 1 second. I have absolutely no problem with the government not supplying laptop. Let me tell you why. The government is not the child father. The father and the mother should bear responsibility, because in the US, you have to pay for everything, and you have to sell the cow, goat, the horse, everything to pay for your child education. In Trinidad, we just want the government to provide powder milk, diaper, give a baby grant. At the end of the day, there are some rare cases where children are in need because maybe the parents died and no problem. But this thing about mass laptop for children, I have a serious problem with that. Let the parents find their children.
I really didn't mean it in that way.
No, go ahead.
No, I really didn't mean it in that way. You see, also, I'm talking about mass laptop, but I really didn't mean it in that way. But
no problem. Go ahead.
So come back to the food. You take away the food. The flour. He feel, I tell you, he feel that certain people gaining by flour. And I'm talking about Chumux and Quelo and them big business places. So he feel the doubles man making too much money for us. I'm talking plain talk. Who want to thing?
I understand what you're saying. I understand. I fully understand what you're saying. So therefore, I need to move on to the other caller. Thank you very much. Because one is that we're going all over the place here. But one of the things that I want somebody to check and verify for me, please. And one of the callers could, because I have a lot of custom officers who watch this program. I was told that a 40% tariff was put on imported full cream milk. That is the 1 liter. Because I went into the supermarket and I got sticker shock. $18 for a liter of milk. Right? $18. And I was told that that was done to protect the local market. Meaning that the local manufacturer, which is Nestle. I don't know if that is fact or if it is not, if the allegation bears fruit. But the reality of it is that we paying $18 for a pack of milk now, and it ain't bothering nobody. That went from $12 just recently to $18 because government put a tariff on it, from what I was told. So anybody can clarify that, please let me know. Let's go to our lines again. Hello? Hello? Go ahead, please.
Yeah, go ahead. Still on the radio. Salam alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. Go ahead.
Yeah, concerning dredging of the rivers, Ishmael.
Yes.
Now, I a well experienced operator in heavy equipment.
How much years experience you have in heavy equipment?
About 55 to close to 60 years.
Wow. You doing this thing before excavator come out, right?
Yeah, before excavator. That's true. Since you had fork and shovel.
Go ahead.
All right. Now, what are you doing to the rivers and them? They're not cleaning the river. They're making more silt for the river. So because when you loosen up the banks of the river by shaping it and just scraping off the grass and polishing the edge, you loosen up the soil. And then when you loosen up the soil now, and the first set of rain come, what happens? And all the soil that loose will wash back down into the river.
Hold on. Saif, I sent you some photos. Now, what you're saying there is fact, because what holds the soil together is the grass and the roots. So when you dig out all that, essentially you're weakening the whole bank, correct?
You're weakening the bank. You're putting more pressure on the bank now to wash away and cause cave-in. You're causing the river to fill up more fast and take less water when the rain falls. You're causing a setup problem to the water. What you have to do when you dredge a river, you have to deepen the middle of the river from bank to bank, not the banks and them.
Thank you, because I mentioned this last week, that I saw rivers that are being cleaned and they are not dredging the river. In other words, all the silt, all the debris, everything is still there and nothing is happening. In other words, what you're supposed to do is increase water capacity. Is that correct?
Exactly, my brother, exactly.
Watch me. I want you to look at your television here now. I'm going to show you something. This is a river that was recently cleaned off the highway. What's the height of this river and what's the height of the riverbank?
And the riverbank, this is what I'm going to tell you. No cleaning is done to the river, right? All that they clean is the bank of the river, polish it up and make it look nice, and they make a hazard because all that stuff that they throw on top of the bank there, as soon as rainfall, that is headed back into the water, in the river.
Now pause the video right there, guys. Now, caller, I want you to watch the height of the river, the middle of, because you're actually seeing the dirt in the middle of the river. What's the height of the river and what's the height of the road on your screen?
I've seen it there. It's almost about
it's about 4 feet. It's about 4 feet. And watch the...
To the road and think to my average, about 2 foot height by the river, the road.
But let me ask you a question. Seeing that you have this amount of experience, all this debris, all this slush that you see in here, you're seeing it on the screen. You're saying that all that will be washed back into the river?
Into the river and clog the rivers and pulling the water out. What you have to do, dredge the water course itself and put it to the bank. Oh, you see from where you see in the river course there, and you see the slush, and then you see the road. That slush that they take out and put on and take the bucket of the machine and level it off there. That should be on top of the road, behind the bank of the river, to hold more water when rain comes. Not put it at the edge of the water, that when rain comes, wash it straight back down in the river and cause more hardship to the citizens of the island.
So, how much years experience you said you have operating excavator and dredging rivers, Anning?
Well, I don't want to put over 60 years. My age is 27 years now, and I as an operator for the past 60 years.
And what you're seeing now with dredging rivers is failure right throughout the country.
No, Ransom and the contractors will just fill in their pocket.
So, what you're saying is that what they are doing now makes absolutely no sense. And I said it before, all they're doing is they're combing the grass on the side and they're making it look pretty.
Exactly. That one like your yard is have a set of dust in it. And you want to blow it out, but you take a blow in the middle of the day and start to blow. When the dust will, when it will surround that the house.
Yeah, because when you loosen out, and what I've noticed as well is that throughout the country, a lot of trucks pulling up on the side and they load in, but they load in with quarter bucket and quarter load. And here what's happening, there are contractors in the country thieving dirt from the riverbank and selling it for $150 and $300 a yard.
Yes, but that's what people are reclaiming and to build houses. But that only going on places that where the trucks could go. But in the back, if you go down to the back of our river, let me say if on the main road going in, and you go down and see what this fellow is doing, eventually you're going to kneel down on your 2 foot and cry.
All right.
Just how we taxpayers' money going down the drain.
Caller, thank you so much. I have to leave it there. Thank you so much. And guys, I want you to extract, Justin, Saif, I want you to extract this piece that I did with this caller. I want you to extract that for me, please. Because this is something I need to keep on file. Because quite frankly, I've been speaking to people who are in the industry and they are saying the same exact thing. And not only that, this is why we're in talks right now with someone in Holland who deals with this sort of thing. In fact, we might even pay for him to come down in Trinidad and take a look at what is being done and give an assessment. Let's go again. Hello? Hello?
Yeah, good night. Calling from Santa Cruz.
Hi, good night. Sorry to keep you holding. Go ahead.
You say this PNM government promoting a lot of inequality in terms of housing distribution.
Of course, of course.
And the other social services and free current and the BTM and so on for their supporters and so on. But this has been going on for years. And in 2015, when you supported them, you would have been aware of this thing. So you realize they're making you look a little dotish, eh?
No, hold on right there. Right? Number one, or he run. You see, people who does call and have problems home, right? The reality of it is that keep your problems home. Let me just repeat. Some people are failures and are natural failures for a reason. The caller that just called is a perfect example of a natural failure. And why I say that, it is because they are so stupid and illiterate that they do not understand that I will support somebody else tomorrow if I know that the person that was in the seat was a drunk who used to support a minister who was anti-Muslim, who put people in there who is boy and girl, I don't support that kind of dotishness. And if you stupid to support our partner, that is not my fault, you dotish. Let's go to our lines. Hello? Hello?
Yeah, John, good night.
Good night.
And John, I'm going to touch on three things real quick, buddy.
Go ahead.
Firstly, right? The Prime Minister, they take off all this gas subsidy, right? And they tell them we to tighten we belt, right? I'm trying to understand the maths here because the maths not maths now, right?
Right, go ahead.
Where is the H.D.C getting all this money to do this development in forestry? Where the money coming from? I want to know if somebody could order the H.D.C to find out where this money coming from, how they're allocating all this money, and only certain people benefiting from the H.D.C now. Right?
No, but I want you to repeat what you just said, because when we say these things, people say we talking race, but you see Tat Koki Def, Tat don't listen to the PNM station where there was a set of racism being promoted every single day. Because they are puppets of the government. Is a set of blasted puppets there. So at the end of the day, they don't listen.
I find it funny that they don't come down south of the Canary Bridge and take pictures of people's house and land and things and see what people have down here now. That's the point I'm trying to make tonight. So then people alone just benefit from the H.D.C now. Right, my second point is, concerning WASA, I want to believe that WASA is deliberate, they're making WASA deliberately fail. So bottled water, them bottling water companies in Trinidad could make millions of our citizens in China. Because let me tell you something, if I get in clean pipe-borne water when I open my tap, I have no reason to buy bottled water. And the reason why all this bottled water is selling is because WASA failing. And I want to believe.
No, but people don't use bottled water to flush their toilets. They don't use bottled water to bathe. So therefore, that there's, the logic for that is it doesn't hold water. Because at the end of the day, the majority of water that is consumed is not consumed for drinking purposes. So what happens is that WASA whole agenda, it will take 10 programs to go through that. But what happens is that through the Freedom of Information Act, we are applying to get the contractors, the list of the contractors for the last few months, the amount of work being done, and all the areas where work being done. Because here what happening, are going to expose a few things that will cause our head to spin.
Right, and the last thing I want to touch on real quick, right, is that CM make mention about the Commissioner of Police, right? Now, I want to ask you a question, right? And she's a woman that passed through the police service and gone up the ranks to commissioner.
Yes.
So when she was an ACP and a DCP and sitting next to the commissioner of police, all these ideas she coming out with now to hit the public with, she could not advise the police commissioner about all these ideas and implement it when she was an ACP.
It don't work so. Because you see them fellas, and when they feel they reach on top there, they don't listen to nobody. Because let me tell you something, I saw it with my own eyes, where I sent documents to Jacob, and Jacob ignored it about crooked police. Did nothing. And this was saying, David West have a document right now. Ask David West what the hell they're doing with it. Absolutely nothing.
I don't think she could make any kind of improvement in this crime. But anyway, you enjoy your night.
All the best, my brother. All the best. Guys, we need to take our second break. We haven't, did we take our second break, I said? Yes, we did. Okay. Yes, we did. We'll take one final caller. Remember, when you call in, turn down your volume on your television, because we are at that hour again, 9:22. Let's go back. Let's run through those lines. Holy calls for now. Scholarship winner to donate kidney to mother. Girl, I would like to congratulate you, because let me tell you why. This child is going to donate a kidney to her mother, putting herself at risk, because later you don't know if she herself may lose that one kidney. These days, you have bloody children these days. The 2 kidneys you have, come back to me, the 2 kidneys that you have in your body, the children that they have these days looking to take it out of you while you're alive, much less when you're dead. So I would like to congratulate that young lady, because let me tell you something. All the sacrifices and hardships and the struggles that you went through, well deserved. Well deserved. Let's go again, guys. This is the newspaper from Guyana, the Starbrook, right? Chen, and you know who they're talking about, right? Movietong man. Eyes further investment as Movietong celebrates 4th anniversary. We are losing out on all the investments, everything that taking place, because you know why? Because everything going Guyana. All the businessmen going and invest in Guyana, even the crooked one. You know, something I wanted to show you, and I want to, just guys, before I close this up. Right, here we go. All right, here we go. Right. Right. Good. Guys, I'm sending you something now. I want to show this on air because it's to show you the kind of incompetence we have all over. Right? I had forwarded information to the Integrity Commission about a man on a state board who is importing millions and millions of dollars in cars, some of the most expensive vehicles in the country. And that was over a year and a half ago, right? A year and a half ago, the Integrity Commission, within 1 month they could finish that investigation. But you see again, look at here, tracking of submission to Integrity Commission. And this is the investigation, blah, 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 right? Dear Mr. Ishmael, kindly see the following credentials which I assigned, blah, blah, blah. Now, I got this on February 16 last month. And when I checked it, that it's still under investigation. In the meantime, all you know what the man doing? All you know where he changing, where he doing, at the end of the day. But this is the Integrity Commission. And if the Integrity Commission could take so bloody long to do something so simple, they might as well shut down because they are waste of blasted time. Because this is one, imagine the very word integrity. All you're looking to throw, it's like a cesspit truck. Because quite frankly, something like this shouldn't take 2 years. Especially something that is of concern to me and citizens, where we catching our nenen to get foreign exchange. We are catching our nene to get foreign exchange, and other people, hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars in US, expensive vehicles coming in. I asked for it being investigated, and all of a sudden, they're gone quiet. They're gone dead. Guys, could we get back the cure background? And just a reminder, right, for those of you who have various ailments, if you're recovering from COVID, if you have COVID, if you have elderly parents that need to oxygenate their system, and this should be everybody over 50 or 60, this should be in your home, especially for parents who have problems with breathing, for children who have asthma, for people who have eczema, psoriasis. $129.50 a case, limited time offer. You're paying $5 for a bottle of water now. That is of no benefit to you in most cases. And then it have those other drinks that they're buying, $10 and $12, that not doing what it's doing. Call the number now, 375-1100, 299-6263. Call those number now, free delivery to your home, right? Cure Oxygen Water. All right, so this is where we have to, yeah, let's go through the slides now. Let's finish it off. Oh yeah, 622 boy. And by the way, that is not even true. It is over, I am sure it is over 2,000 by now. This is a lie. So what you're being fed here is rubbish. Total active positive cases, 462. Total patients hospitalized, 75. What was the amount hospitalized last week, boy? I wonder. Let me check. I want to see that. Yes, sir. Right. Let's go to the other slide, guys. All right, let's go to the other slide. Right. Spain's decriminalization of bestiality proves leftism. Now, let me show you how mad the world is. And for those of you who have children, I don't want to discuss this while your children are there, especially children under 18. So if you could just ask them to just step out a little bit while I discuss this, please, because this is not something I want to discuss with children. With children present. All right, so fair warning. Right, so let's go. Bestiality. It is the engaging of activities with animals. And I don't know what I mean by activities. Spain actually approved it for a man to have relations with an animal. Spain actually approved that once the animal is not hurt. And this is what I tell you. All you feel we going mad in this world. We ain't going mad, you know. We're going more than mad. If all you feel in Trinidad alone. Let's go again, guys. USA powerlifting must allow trans athletes to compete. Imagine a man dressed up as a woman. This went to the court, right? And the USA powerlifting must allow trans athletes to compete with women. Imagine that. And I tell you another, and I don't understand how this can actually go to a court and actually make sense of it. The video, what's the video about, guys? Okay, yeah, we'll do that next week. That's okay. Right. So we're going to end up the program here now because I've run out of time. So I would like to thank all those of you who are tuning in. Remember, two things. One, for those of you, who would like to come down to our event on Saturday, remember, I want to repeat, this cannot be a free-for-all because what happens is that we can't cater for everybody, but we are providing meals, etc., to our sponsors like Pizza Hut and KFC and for children with disabilities. Plus, people are bringing snacks and cheese-based sandwiches. For those of you who would like to sponsor some cheese-based sandwiches and those things, we need more of that. I would like to thank NICER for supporting us with hot dogs. Kiss Baking Company is coming on board as well. Associated Brands as well with snacks and other stuff. So I would like to thank Associated Brands and all the others. If I didn't call your name, I'm sorry. It's open to children with disabilities. And for the adults, you will just have to buy your meals at the food court, but we are taking care of the children with disabilities on that day, where we will provide the activities and the fun and etc., etc. All right, so Don't forget also, last call for our flea market taking place next week, Friday and Saturday and Sunday at the Baraka Grounds, our flea market just before the Ramadan period. If you have not booked, do so now. It is normally the biggest event before Ramadan, so make sure and book now. All right, folks, so this is where I have to end it off. God bless you. Take care, and I'll catch you next week for Breaking Barriers. Be safe outside there, and take care. Assalamu alaikum, and good evening.
I know I'm waiting for something to happen to me. But this waiting comes with trials and challenges. Nothing in life is free. I wish that somehow you tell me out aloud that on that day I'll be okay. But we'll never know, 'cause that's not the way it works. Help me find my way. My Lord, show me right from wrong. Give me light, make me strong. I know the road is long. Make me strong. Sometimes it just gets too much. I feel that I've lost touch. I know the road is long. Make me strong. I know I'm waiting, yearning for something known only to me. This waiting comes with trials and challenges. Life is one mystery. I wish that somehow you'd tell me out aloud that on that day you'll forgive me. But we'll never know, 'cause that's not the way it was. I beg for your mercy. My Lord, show me right from wrong. Give me light, make me strong. I know the road is long. Make me strong. Sometimes it just gets too